Hi, Pastor Bob here. On the front steps at Augustana, getting wet because the sprinklers are spraying on me here, but on the front steps to remind you that our one worship service this Sunday, summer worship, 9:30, one service, will be here in the Augustana Chapel. And I'm sitting here on the steps because I know that the steps provide a barrier to some to be able, and they aren't able to join us in worship this Sunday because of the steps. Well, you know, we realized that. We wanted to make sure that the both worship experiences were honored during the summer, as we have two different sanctuaries that we use and two different worship experiences, and so that's why we're here. We also can't live stream out of this building because we don't have the live streaming cameras in here. This is what happens when we have a National Historic Landmark. The steps are here. The steps will stay. You can't add things to historic landmarks, elevators, lifts, ramps, those kind of things, just can't do it. So many churches are that way. You know, when they built these buildings, they didn't think that they were ever going to get old. So the bathrooms are in odd little places in the basement, and there's narrow steps, and we always thought we were going to stay young. Well, things happen. We age. The buildings, however, remain. Well, anyway, so much about that. The texts this Sunday are, again, interrelated texts, kind of an old familiar story from the Hebrew Scriptures. We have Naaman, the layman, the Syrian, who gets healed of his skin disease, and we have Jesus sending people out. It's all about faith. It's all about trust. It's all about following the call of God. And you think back when this church was built, in the early parts of the century, you know, the first Augustana Synod church in the Idaho, well, it would have been a state by then, but the mothership over in Portland, First Emmanuel, sending out people, a lot of faith. And now here we are 100 and whatever years later with our congregation. Moving, living in faith. Come and hear these stories about building faith this Sunday, and hear kind of an entertaining little text about Naaman and a mission text that Jesus gives us. 9:30 in here, Augustana. We'll see you then.